Humane Society of Schuyler County holds municipal contracts for sheltering the dogs for the 8 municipalities in the county. This mandates that we shelter dogs who are found as stray and dogs who are seized or dogs who are otherwise displaced. For example, a short-term hold for a fire or something like that. But if a dog is seized for a bite hold, that dog would automatically come to the shelter if the dog is not vaccinated for rabies and if the dog is unable to be quarantined safely in a home. We are mandated under New York State Public Health to hold that dog for 10 days. And we have, at that point, then we are obligated to get the dog a rabies shot after the 10-day hold, and then the disposition of that dog is dependent on other circumstances. For example, if the owner were able to safely care for a dog and satisfied the requirements under public health and under the sort of direction of the animal control officer, then the animal could return to the home, which has happened on numerous occasions. If a dog is surrendered to us during the period of the quarantine, that dog then becomes the property of the Humane Society for us to do what we believe is appropriate. And in our case, what is appropriate is to give every animal who comes to our care the best possible veterinary and emotional behavioral support that we can give that dog to place them safely in a loving home. Okay. Duke is, as we understand it, a 10 to 11-month-old dog. He has been in 4 to 5 homes during his short lifespan. He had bitten, he had gotten involved in an altercation with another dog in one person's house, and she tried to intervene. She was bitten. And she then placed Duke in another home where he was involved in a second altercation with another dog. The harborer tried to intervene and was subsequently bitten. So Duke was then seized by, she called the sheriff's department, and Duke was subsequently, or public health, I'm not sure who she called, but she contacted the authorities, and Duke was subsequently brought to the shelter where he was under public health direction to be quarantined for 10 days. Never did we have any intention of putting Duke to sleep under our care. At the time, the question of ownership and who was taking responsibility for Duke was unclear. So let me sort of fast forward here. Duke was surrendered to us by the most recent harborer during the course of this 10-day hold, which then means that Duke is under the custody of the Humane Society. Yes, so let's review that again to be clear.
Yep.
5 owners, 4 to 5 owners, I'm not 100% sure on that because that is hearsay, but he was in a home where he was involved in an altercation with another dog. He instigated, apparently, I am told that he instigated that altercation, and the harborer went in to intervene, she was also bitten. And so she then subsequently rehomed Duke, where he went to another home and was involved in a second altercation with another dog, whereby the harborer intervened and was also bitten. So we have 2 bite incidents here. At that point, Duke was seized by animal control under public health regulations and brought to the Humane Society for the 10-day quarantine so he could be observed because he did not have a rabies certificate. We did a full fecal analysis on Duke, and he does have whipworm, so I can't let Duke into a public play yard at this point. So what the footage would show is Duke in a kennel with a nylabone and a bed, wagging his happy tail. I think it's important to note that we, as a Humane Society, as an organization, never had an intention or gave an order to put Duke to sleep. We go above and beyond to work with every case who comes to us. I'm concerned that by falsehoods spreading like this through social media and individual organizations accusing established organizations of behaviors, falsely accusing established organizations of behavior, it's giving the general public the wrong impression about the work that humane societies, SPCAs, and established shelters do.